So to begin this exploration, take a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And make sure you really go to the end of the expiration to empty all the air in your lungs. And feel into this breathing movement. And let the sensations settle your attention a little bit deeper inside of yourself. Then you can let go of the breath, let it just happen by itself. Connect with the experience of the whole body. Feel the sensations in the body. And then let your attention also open around the body, in the space all around you. And feel this space of awareness, this space of presence, into which all sensations are being perceived. Let your attention relax in this experience of space. And feel also that the sensations, when they appear, they are kind of resting in this open space of consciousness. Feel the presence that you are. And from this space of presence, bring to your awareness a situation or an experience where you feel there's a kind of problem there. The situation is, maybe your mind is going back to the situation quite often, or you feel there's a conflict that has not been resolved, maybe in the situation, or maybe inside of yourself, or maybe you feel because of the situation you are still activated with some emotions. It can be a difficulty in your personal life or professional life or family, or maybe a moment where you felt hurt, or maybe anxiety with an event that has to come in the future. And then you place this situation in front of you. You place the images of this situation in front of you. Put yourself back in the context. Visualize the person that were there, the things that have been said, or the things that happened, or maybe the things that have not been said and that should have been said. So put the pictures in front of you and face these pictures for a while. And then we are going to make a U-turn with your attention. So looking at the pictures, you leave the situation just as you see it, but you come closer to yourself and you start to open to the content of your inner experience. When you face this situation, what are you experiencing inside of yourself? That can be an emotion, or maybe a feeling. Maybe you feel some agitation or an activation of the nervous system. Maybe you feel some stress. So whatever you are noticing, try to come in contact with this experience and try to come a little bit closer if you can. And feel this experience in its most fundamental aspect, which is energy. So if it's an emotion, for example, try to locate this emotion in your body. So see if you can feel where is it in the body, in which form is it appearing to you, is it creating tensions or pressure or density or a sensation like a knot or something is stuck and not moving. And when you have identified where is the activation, the energetic activation in your body, see if you can completely accept the experience and let the sensations be exactly just as they are. So you're not trying to change them, you're not trying to push them away. You're just welcoming the experience exactly as it is, even if it's uncomfortable. Try to see if you can just say yes inside to this experience. So if you identify an emotion or a feeling, be sure to really acknowledge what is here. So for example, you notice sadness in your experience. Be sure to completely acknowledge, okay, there is sadness. I am sad. And welcome this. Recognize and then welcome as an energetic experience in the body. So you feel this content somatically, you feel it organically in the body. And see if you can just also open the space around the experience, around the sensations, and leave the experience completely free. Let it be free to be here, to exist, to even spread and take more space, or maybe change form or move in the body. Let it be completely free for a while. The idea here is really to free the experience from control. So So if the experience is uncomfortable, try to welcome what's not comfortable. If there is some kind of emotional pain, try to welcome the pain. And let the energy that you're experiencing right now as sensations in the body, let it be completely free to do what it needs to do. So if this energy needs to intensify, let it do this. If it needs to take more space, let it do this. If it needs to change, let it do this. It's a bit like letting life be in charge of these energetic movements that you're experiencing in the body. So of course, the mind is going to come back and try to, again, catch your attention. But when you notice this, you say thank you for trying to help mind, but now I'm trying to experience this really in the body. And you try to stay as much as you can with the experience in the body. So give space, give time for the experience to be just as it is. Welcome it in the space of presence that you've kind of settled in at the beginning of this practice. And see that it's a bit like surrendering, like opening yourself and then letting the movement go through you. And, well, that doesn't mean that you have to love the movement if it's uncomfortable, of course. But try to let it move through you without opposing any resistance. And just experience it, feel it, sense it, welcome it. That's great. Just go on. Keep on staying with the experience, staying very close, very intimate with your experience. Feel also how things are evolving. Maybe you have new sensations appearing. Let the movement be just as it is. Let it be completely welcomed in the space of your presence. And now we can also investigate a little bit deeper. So see if you can identify what is the experience evoking in yourself. So when you feel this energetic experience, these sensations, how do you feel? What are the feelings that are here? What are the emotions? What is this energetic experience or this sensation? What are they trying to say? give space for what you discover. If you discover an emotion or maybe a new emotion, make space for it to be here. If you have some feelings, maybe confusion, or I feel confused, or I feel lost, or I feel powerless, or I feel anxious, welcome the feelings, give them space, and see if you can open yourself to the experience that they are evoking inside of yourself. So when you feel that the energetic content in the body is changing, make sure to just go on welcome in the form that it is taking right now, acknowledge, recognize, and stay with the experience. And just go on, give space, welcome everything that is living inside of yourself. Welcome the emotions, welcome the feelings, welcome the sensations. And see now if you can identify the deflated sense of self that is activated by the situation. So, which means, what is it that you're believing about yourself when you are facing this situation or this difficulty? What image of yourself is evoked in you, either because of the emotions or feeling that you are experiencing, or just because of what's happening in the situation? So it's like an open investigation. Are there some negative beliefs about myself associated with this? Or maybe a substructure of my identity that feels deficient or not good enough? Or maybe negative judgments about yourself? And if this deflated sense of self is being revealed in your experience, see if you can also open yourself to this. See if you can say yes. Yes to this part of yourself that is maybe, associated with a strong judgment, or this part of yourself that feels maybe not enough or unworthy. And see if you can open yourself to the experience that this deflated sense of self is inviting you to live. So you welcome the judgments, you welcome the negative images, and you make a space for this deflated sense of self. You make a space in your heart to really welcome this experience. So at this point, see if you can maybe broaden your welcoming space, broaden your surrendering to what is. You keep on welcoming everything that you feel in the body, somatically, organically. You welcome also the negative parts of yourself that you've identified, the judgments, the negative beliefs. But stay very, very connected with the body. Stay very, very close to the sensations. And you go on like organically embodying this yes, this unconditional yes to the experience as much as you can. So it's possible that by welcoming the content of your experience like this, you may feel that also some anxiety or insecurity is arising, because of course the mind is going to project that if you completely surrender, there are very bad things that are going to happen. Maybe you are going to be overwhelmed by your inner experience, or maybe you are going to fall into an emotion and never come out of it. Or if it's about a judgment about yourself, maybe if you welcome it, then you are going to become this, to become what the judgment is saying. But what the mind is not understanding is that everything is impermanent, everything is just an experience arising in the space of your being. So the constant element of your experience is the space of your being. And all these uncomfortable movements, they are just movements, so they are not going to take space and stay there forever. They are just movements. So if you feel the insecurity and the fear that maybe, okay, I'm going to vanish in the experience, welcome the fear also as part of the experience. And just go on, welcoming what is, welcoming what is. And just go on, stay with the body, stay with the experience in the body, and let life be in charge. See that's really that's not your job to take care of the content inside of yourself. You don't have to take care of it. So the content that arose inside of yourself in relationship with this situation, it's just a movement of life responding to the situation. And life is responding with an activation of the nervous system, it's responding with emotions, feelings, thoughts. But that's life moving in the space of your being. Of course, we are identified with this movement, but that comes after. The first is life moving in the space of your being. So see if you can just let life be in charge, completely be in charge of the movement that it has created inside of yourself. Let life take care of the content that you are experiencing right now. So at this stage, See if you can surrender maybe a little bit more, let go of the last movement of control or resistance that are appearing inside of yourself. And keep on welcoming in the really organic, sensoritory, kinesthetic experience. Open yourself to all the sensations, all the energetic movements in the body, and free the experience from any form of control. So just go on like that, feeling, sensing, welcoming. And at the same time, right now, you can also feel what is all around the experience. Again, tune in into this open field of consciousness, this open field of presence, into which all of the content of your experience is arising. And feel at the same time that this space of consciousness, this space of presence, is always welcoming. It's always welcoming. So just adjust yourself with this. So by doing so, you're like freeing yourself from the last attachments, the last bits of control, which is going to enable you to reach a deeper layer of integration, a deeper layer of regulation in your system. So at this stage of the process, you might feel maybe that you're more calm, more peaceful inside. You might feel also that the nervous system is regulated. Or maybe also you feel that the emotional activation is beginning to vanish inside of yourself. Take time. Stay with what is, even if it's more subtle right now. Stay with what is. But maybe there are still some layers of tension in the body or densities. Or maybe that's also a feeling that is still vibrating as a, background layer in the experience. Take time, stay with what is, and go on sensing, feeling, experiencing, and welcoming with your body, with your energy field. And if you find some elements that have not completely found their resolution, but if you feel that globally you are more calm, more regulated. Let these elements open in the calm, in the space that you are feeling inside of yourself. And if you need more time, put the video on pause and take time to really digest and integrate all the content. But maybe right now you feel that all the content is integrated. How do you know that it's like this? Well, first, you don't feel any energetic activation in the body. You don't feel the emotions that you were experiencing at the beginning. And you feel also that your nervous system is regulated. So, which means that the nervous system has integrated the content of the experience. So now it's calm, quiet. You feel more space, more presence. And also, when the content has been integrated, you will maybe experience some qualities of being that were hidden by the stuck emotions and by the inner conflict that was at play inside of yourself. So see now what are the qualities that are arising inside of yourself. And take some time just to receive the qualities. And from there, from this space of inner regulation, then you come back to the situation, you come back to the images that you put at the beginning in front of you. And notice also what is different in the way you are relating with the situation or with the people involved. What is different now that you have integrated your emotional content? And then come back to yourself. Take 1 or 2 deep breaths. Then you can open your eyes. Look around yourself. Even, of course, you know the room you're in, but look at it like if it's the first time and look around, move your head. That's going to help your nervous system to really settle with the changes that have been happening inside of yourself. Okay, and that's it for this practice. So if you feel that with the situation there is still some content, then you do the practice again until you feel it's completely regulated. And if you have some question about the process, just put them on the Skool platform, and we will take time to answer all your questions. Have a nice day. Bye.